1954. The year when the world lost a brilliant mind, not to age or illness, but to an enigma that remains unsolved till this day. Meet Frank Olson, a biochemist working for the United States Army's Biological Warfare Program at Fort Detrick, Maryland. His death, officially ruled as suicide, sent shockwaves through the scientific community and sparked numerous conspiracy theories. But Olson isn't alone in his untimely demise. Over centuries, many pioneering scientists have met similarly mysterious ends, their deaths shrouded in intrigue and uncertainty. This is the enigma of disappeared geniuses, a puzzle that we will attempt to unravel today. Our journey takes us back to 784 when a 31-year-old Swedish chemist Carl Wilhelm Scheele died under suspicious circumstances. Known for discovering several elements including oxygen before Joseph Priestley and Antoine Lavoisier, Scheele's death occurred shortly after he ingested a large quantity of toxic fumes to prove his theory about phosphorus. However, many speculate that foul play could have been involved due to the delayed reporting of his death and unusual autopsy results. Fast forward to 1943, we find ourselves facing another puzzling case, that of Dr. Tartar Louis Slotin, a Canadian physicist working on the Manhattan Project. During an experiment, he accidentally triggered a criticality event, receiving a lethal dose of radiation. He died 9 days later. While his death was ruled as accidental, it raised questions about safety measures in place for such high-risk experiments. The Cold War era saw its fair share of questionable scientist deaths. One such case is that of Soviet rocket scientist Sergei Korolev, who died during surgery in 1966 under heavily guarded conditions. Officially, complications from a routine operation caused his demise. Still, given the secrecy surrounding his work and the fact that he was one of the most influential figures in the Soviet space program, speculations about his death continue to circulate. Another name added to this list in recent times is that of Shane Todd, a young American electrical engineer working in Singapore. He allegedly discovered suspicious technology transfer between his company and a Chinese telecom giant. Before he could testify, he was found dead in his apartment in 2012. Although declared suicide, inconsistencies in the investigation have left many unconvinced. These are just a few examples of the numerous unexplained deaths associated with the scientific community. Each case raises more questions than answers, leaving behind trails of unresolved mysteries and unanswered queries. As we delve deeper into these enigmatic stories, join us as we try to separate fact from fiction, conspiracy from truth, and shine a light on the shadowy corners of scientific history. As we delve further into this tangled web of unexplained deaths and suppressed knowledge, let's take a closer look at some of these brilliant minds who found themselves in the crosshairs of mystery. Frank Olson, a biochemist working for the U.S. Army's Biological Warfare Facility at Fort Detrick, Maryland, died under suspicious circumstances in 1953. His sudden fall from a hotel window in New York City was initially ruled a suicide. However, it wasn't until 50 years later that President Gerald Ford revealed Olson had been unwittingly dosed with LSD by his superiors as part of a CIA mind control experiment, casting doubts on the official narrative. In 1990, Shane Todd, an American electrical engineer working in Singapore, was found dead in his apartment. His death was ruled a suicide, but his family and friends strongly dispute this conclusion. Just before his death, Todd had expressed concerns about his job at the Institute of Microelectronics, where he claimed to have been asked to develop technology with potential military applications for a questionable Chinese company. Fast forward to 2016 when Iranian nuclear physicist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was assassinated near Tehran under bizarre circumstances. Gunmen reportedly used a remote-controlled machine gun hidden in a pickup truck, an attack style unprecedented in its complexity and sophistication. Fakhrizadeh had long been accused by Western powers of leading Iran's covert nuclear weapons program, charges that he consistently denied. These cases underscore the high stakes often involved in scientific research, particularly when national security or geopolitical interests are at play. They also highlight the risks run by those who dare to push the boundaries of knowledge and challenge established norms. But the question remains, how many more scientists have met untimely ends only to be dismissed as suicides or accidents? Investigative journalist Scott Carney, in his book The Red Market, explores this very issue, raising alarming questions about organ theft allegations surrounding the death of Italian physicist Matteo Borini. While these claims remain unverified, they serve to illustrate the shadowy world that sometimes surrounds scientific discovery. It's worth noting that not all mysterious deaths within the scientific community can be attributed to sinister forces or conspiracies. Some may indeed result from personal struggles, mental health issues, or simply tragic coincidences. Yet, when patterns begin to emerge and official explanations fail to convince, it becomes increasingly difficult to dismiss these incidents as mere isolated events. As we continue exploring this fascinating yet somber topic, one thing becomes clear: the pursuit of knowledge often carries a heavy price. And for some scientists, that price seems to have been their very lives. Delving deeper into the enigmatic deaths of these brilliant minds, we find ourselves in the realm of classified experiments and suppressed discoveries. One such example is the work of Dr. Sharon Ann Lee, a renowned physicist who was found dead at her home in 1997. Although her death was ruled as suicide by hanging, many of her colleagues dispute this claim due to her seemingly unshakable mental state and lack of any note or indication of intent. Dr. Semple is the work of Dr. Sharon Ann Lee. Lee had been working on a groundbreaking theory that could potentially revolutionize our understanding of quantum mechanics when she died. However, all records related to her research were confiscated by an unknown government agency just days after her death. To this day, neither the public nor most of the scientific community has any knowledge of what she discovered or why it was considered important enough to be classified. Another puzzling case is that of Dr. Turkle, Eugene Malov, a distinguished scientist and engineer who was brutally murdered in 2004. He was known for his vocal criticism of mainstream science, particularly in the field of cold fusion, a controversial area of research exploring nuclear reactions at or near room temperature. Despite no clear motive or evidence pointing to any suspects, local police closed the case rather quickly. Some believe that Malov's activism against the established scientific order might have played a role in his untimely demise. The mysterious death of Dr. Gunnar Lindström, a researcher at the Swedish Defense Research Agency, adds another layer to this intricate web. In 2001, he fell from a high-rise building under suspicious circumstances. Officially deemed a suicide, many questions remain unanswered about his death. Lindström was working on advanced radar technology with military applications when he died. His work was highly classified, and like Dr. Lee's, all related documents were immediately taken out of public circulation following his death. Lastly, we cannot overlook the bizarre circumstances surrounding the passing of Dr. John Starnes, a prominent mathematician specializing in topology. In 1990, he disappeared while sailing alone in the Pacific Ocean. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of him or his boat was ever found. Strangely enough, before his disappearance, Dr. Starnes had been working on complex mathematical models with potential applications in teleportation and time travel. While it is crucial to approach such mysteries with a healthy dose of skepticism, the patterns emerging from these cases demand serious scrutiny. The intersection between science, secrecy, and untimely deaths raises valid questions that deserve answers. As we continue investigating this chilling topic, one thing becomes abundantly clear. The quest for knowledge is indeed a dangerous journey, often shrouded in mystery and darkness. The labyrinthine world of science, particularly when entwined with state secrets and geopolitical interests, can be a treacherous terrain to navigate. A disturbing number of scientists have met untimely deaths under circumstances that continue to baffle investigators and intrigue researchers. One such case is that of Frank Olson, a biochemist working for the U.S. Army's Biological Warfare Program at Fort Detrick, Maryland. In November 1953, he plunged from the window of a New York City hotel room, officially ruled as suicide. However, declassified documents in 1975 revealed that Olson had been drugged with LSD without his knowledge during a meeting at Deep Creek Lake, preceding his death by 2 weeks. This revelation sparked speculations about a potential connection between Olson's work, the CIA's mind control research project, MKUltra, and his tragic demise. Fast forward to 1990, Russian physicist Dr. Viktor Alexeyevich Gaydukov fell from his apartment balcony in Moscow under similarly mysterious circumstances. Gaydukov was known for his work on high-temperature superconductors, which had potential applications in various military technologies. While officially deemed an accident, many within the scientific community remain unconvinced, suggesting possible foul play due to the sensitive nature of his research. Another puzzling case is that of Dr. Terms, a Norwegian molecular biologist who died in 2004 after falling from a cliff while hiking. Despite initial reports suggesting an accident, investigations revealed suspicious elements, including deleted emails and missing data from his computer. Tams was on the brink of discovering novel cancer treatments, leading to speculations that corporate interests might have played a role in his death. The pattern extends even into recent times. In 2016, Dr. Zachary Taylor, a renowned researcher specializing in nanotechnology and microbiology at the University of Texas, was found dead in his hot tub. Although officially ruled as accidental drowning, questions remain unanswered due to lack of witnesses and the unusual circumstances surrounding his death. These examples represent just a fraction of numerous unexplained deaths associated with scientific pioneers. While it's crucial to approach each case with a healthy dose of skepticism, the recurring themes demand serious scrutiny. Whether these incidents are mere coincidences or indicative of something more sinister remains an open question. As we delve deeper into this intricate web, one thing becomes increasingly clear. The pursuit of knowledge often traverses through shadowy corridors where danger lurks unseen. In Part 3, we will explore specific theories and potential explanations behind these mysterious deaths, aiming to shed light on what lies hidden in darkness. And so, the question lingers, are these tragic ends mere coincidences or something more sinister? As we tread carefully through this labyrinth of secrets and half-truths, a pattern begins to emerge. A veil of secrecy shrouds not only their deaths, but also the work they were involved in. Take Frank Olson, a biochemist at Camp Detrick, now known as Fort Detrick, Maryland. His death in 1953 was ruled a suicide after he plunged from the 10th story of a New York City hotel. However, it wasn't until 1975 that his family learned about his secret CIA employment and participation in MKUltra, a covert research program investigating mind control techniques. The CIA admitted to dosing Olson with LSD without his knowledge prior to his death, adding another layer of mystery to an already complex case. Shifting our focus to the 1980s, we find ourselves looking at the enigmatic Dr. David Kelly, a renowned microbiologist who served as a UN weapons inspector in Iraq. His controversial report questioning the existence of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq led to his mysterious death in 2003. While officially ruled suicide, many unanswered questions remain surrounding the circumstances leading up to his demise. Fast forward a decade, and we encounter the puzzling case of Dr. Shershah Syed, a Pakistani physicist specializing in high-energy particle physics. His lifeless body was found at the foot of his apartment building in France in 2013. French authorities quickly ruled out foul play despite suspicious circumstances and calls for further investigation from Syed's family and colleagues. The trail continues to lead us back to government-funded research facilities where many of these scientists were employed. Organizations like the Manhattan Project, Los Alamos National Laboratory, and Dugway Proving Ground have all been associated with mysterious deaths. Yet, despite numerous inquiries, official responses remain vague and details remain classified. These cases underscore a chilling reality. Science does not exist within a vacuum, nor does it operate independently of political agendas or military strategies. The lives of these brilliant minds were entwined with powerful institutions that hold the keys to both creation and destruction. In Part 3, we will delve deeper into these specific theories and potential explanations behind these mysterious deaths. We owe it to these scientists, pioneers in their fields, to continue asking questions and seeking answers until the whole truth is revealed. For now, the shadows linger, concealing what lies hidden in darkness. The tangled web of unanswered questions and mysterious events that surround these 10 brilliant minds serves as a stark reminder of the shadowy underbelly of modern science. Their legacies linger in limbo, shrouded by a veil of uncertainty and half-truths. As we stand at the precipice of this enigma, we must ask ourselves, what impact have these lost lives had on the progression of knowledge and innovation? Consider Frank Olson, a biochemist employed by the United States Army who plummeted to his death from a New York City hotel window in 1953. Declassified documents would later reveal that Olson had been drugged with LSD without his consent during a CIA mind control experiment. This tragic incident exposed the darker side of government-funded research, leading to increased regulations and oversight for human testing protocols. Fast forward to 1994, when the world lost geneticist Vadim Rodjansky under equally bizarre circumstances. Found dead in his Moscow apartment, initial reports suggested suicide. However, colleagues question this conclusion due to Rodjansky's significant discoveries in gene therapy. To this day, many wonder if Russia's cutthroat scientific community played a role in his untimely demise. The mysterious death of Shane Todd, an American electrical engineer working in Singapore, sent shockwaves through the global tech industry when he was discovered hanging in his bathroom in 2012. Although local authorities ruled it a suicide, Todd's family and friends maintain that he was murdered to suppress his work on sensitive military technology, a claim backed by a U.S. Senate investigation. These cases represent just a fraction of the enigmatic stories surrounding scientists whose lives were cut short under mysterious circumstances. The implications of their lost potential ripple through time, leaving us to ponder what could have been if they had lived to see their groundbreaking discoveries come to fruition. As we delve deeper into these specific theories and potential explanations in Part 3, it is crucial that we remember the importance of transparency and accountability within our scientific institutions. We owe it to these brave men and women who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge to continue asking questions and seeking answers until the whole truth is revealed. For now, the shadows linger, concealing what lies hidden in darkness. The specter of uncertainty looms large over the annals of history, whispering tales of lost potential and unanswered questions. And so, we are left to wonder how many more brilliant minds will be extinguished before their time. Stay tuned for Part 3 as we continue to explore the twisted path of the Lost Lab.